Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Buhari's Independence Day speech has triggered a lot of reactions from Nigerians. The common man has spoken, elites have also spoken, politicians have spoken, and people who we consider to be elder statesmen also have spoken. Now we're going to be hearing from the leader of Afenifere, his reaction as he lambasted President Muhammadu Buhari very well over some of the statements that he has made during the time he gave his speech. You're going to hear the perspective the leader of Afenifere is coming from. But before we give you full details of that and for the analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. The leader of the Yoruba socio-cultural organization Afenifere, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, on Friday lambasted President Muhammadu Buhari for saying that Nigeria's unity and existence is not negotiable. Adebanjo said that Buhari, who is 78 years old, ought to have known that Nigeria's independence and terms of unity were negotiated in the 1950s, but the president was a small boy at the time, hence his ignorance. Adebanjo, 93, said this while responding to President Buhari's Independence Day speech. President Buhari had stated that the unity of Nigeria remained non-negotiable. But Afenifere leader explained that in 1953, when the North opposed the call for independence and rather advocated Araba, which is secession, Chief Obafemi Awolowo and Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe convinced the Northern leadership headed by Ahmadu Bello to negotiate the terms of their unity and ultimately their independence from British rule. Adebanjo said he, Buhari, is talking nonsense. These are the kind of things that cause trouble. How can the president of a multinational, multilingual, and multi-ethnic society say the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable? We negotiated the unity of Nigeria in 1954 before independence. The 1960s constitution was a product of negotiation that arose from the London Constitutional Conference. Of course, I can't blame him, Buhari. He was still in primary school at that time, so he couldn't understand. He should go back to the records. Before the Constitutional Conference, the country was being run as a unitary government, and that was what caused the crisis. When we got to the conference, Chief Awolowo re-educated them that you cannot run the country as a unitary system. It was at that conference that Nnamdi Azikiwe was converted to federalism, and when he returned from that conference, Azikiwe at the airport declared that federalism was imperative. It was in the early times of 1954. Adebanjo added that the 1960 constitution gave all the region financial autonomy such that every region was able to control its own destiny, and after the military coup of 1966 Nigeria became a unitary state, things began to go downhill. He therefore argued for restructuring, which he claims must be embraced for the country to progress. He further noted that the 1999 constitution, which he said was not based on fairness but exploitation of the South, should be adequately looked into. Afenifere leader also pointed a blame finger on Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and all progressive Congress leaders Bola Tinubu for paying lip service to restructuring. Adebanjo said that it was unfortunate that Osinbajo and Tinubu, who promoted restructuring, are now pretending as if it was not included in the APC manifesto during the election campaigns in 2015. Wow. Now I want us to just look at some of the reactions of Nigerians, because people are talking right away after Afenifere leader made that statement, and that's what we're going to be considering in a jiffy. Now, this other one says here, all past presidents have invoked the non-negotiable rhetoric during their respective tenure, which is absolutely true. But today and now, Nigerians do not want to hear that word rhetoric about non-negotiable any longer. It makes Nigerians, or some of them, sound like they still live in the past. That's before Christ. No union is non-negotiable. People's life are at stake, not cattle's. Oh, I almost forgot that some section of Nigeria consider livestock more valuable than humans. Hence, they would rather associate with cattle than human. Another person here said Adebanjo should note that Buhari was participant in the Civil War, was governor in 1970s, head of state in 1980s, and now the president for 6 years. Buhari is more informed and experienced in issues related to Nigeria than him. Now, the person who said this got response from one clerk, and the guy said, that's my problem with some creatures, especially from northern colonists. They are talking of Independence Day when Buhari was in our Almajiri class. You are saying something different. This one says, yet again, PMB has failed with his speech to unite Nigerians, mobilize Nigerians, give hope, and heal frayed nerves. Unity of a people is always negotiable. The rhetorics of not negotiable in the face of glaring injustice is adding insult to injury. You Buhari, had divided this nation along ethnic and religious lines. If the unity is non-negotiable, then division of this unbalanced union is inevitable. You can choose to believe you lie or face the reality. Now one here said, Chief has never held any public post, never elected, so he knows little about governance except hearsay from his more acceptable colleagues like Chief Bola Ige Jagande. He is just Chief Awolowo's walkabout, who the esteemed chief cannot even trust him with public post and leadership. Hence, he, Chief Adebanjo, cannot appreciate unity, peaceful coexistence. Reason he is always predicting woes and calamities and thunder for Nigeria. Somebody reacted to what that young man just said. What he is saying is different from what you guys are commenting. Go through the news article again for better understanding before commenting. These are Almajiri people. You guys are so annoying. This one said, you are ignorant, so you need to hold public office to know Nigerian history. This one here says, very correct. Adebanjo should note that Buhari was participant in the Civil War, was governor in the 70s, head of state in 80s, and now the president for 6 years. Buhari is more informed than he is. Wow. So much to talk about here. Now, we're going to be looking at some of the comments that Nigerians have made and also look at the perspective with which this guy is coming from, Buhari is coming from, and also the person of Ayo Adebanjo is coming from, talking about that rhetoric called non-negotiable. It's just like someone said there, it has always been one statement that everyone uses. Now, there's a lot of issues here that must be fixed. Nigeria, and there is no president, let's be real, I'm being very real, please, and this is strictly my opinion. There's no president that can mount on that seat and he will approve the division of this country, not even one. If you see that happen, know that the president is about to exit and he will allow such to happen. And I believe that at this point, Buhari does not want to be the first, to do such a thing. Now, one of the things that the Ayo Adebanjo has said, which sounds very reasonable, is the issue of federalism. Being that Nigeria is multilingual, multi-ethnic, it's important that at the point we start controlling our finances, which the likes of Wike and the Sanwo-Olu, the governor of Rivers State and the Lagos State respectively, we're trying to do via VAT. You understand? They want to see how we can enjoy the dividends of federalism, whereby we start controlling the finances of our state. That will make a great deal of sense so that people can, to some extent, estimate how much they want to develop their own state and also give the governors an opportunity, to do something more superb. You understand? So, but the issue of saying, if Buhari was a good president, imagine him, just imagine president just say that right now the country should be divided. The whole world will come after him and all of that. So right now, I think he was looking at the perspective of oneness of Nigeria, which cannot be possible except we start negotiating on a lot of things that will permit the oneness. So from that perspective, you see that Ayo Adebanjo was actually right, because what we feel should make Nigeria one is if we align with the agreement. If we come together and agree on one thing, that will make Nigerians' unity non-negotiable. But a situation whereby some people are ethnic driven, they don't even care what is happening at the other side. It's like telling them they should check out. So that's where, that's the crux of the matter. And I feel that the president should have a way to deliver that, not just to say that Nigerian unity is non-negotiable. He should make the people understand that oneness is very important and that we will try to see how we can align with the needs of everyone so that we can continue to stay as one. That's just my own opinion. Let's comment.